we're back.
We are.
Back today with something from Sean Overthrow.
Yes. Continuing cheese board week.
Yep. We, day 2 of the cheese board week. Our cheese of choice for the cheese board week. chiliproject.co.uk. Extra mature whiskey oak smoked cheddar cheese. Bacon cheese.
Bacon cheese.
Oh yes.
Hashtag bacon cheese. It's a nuke thing, isn't it?
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they only make it once a year. Why, I don't know. You know, Rick's. I'll tell you, he's a tease. He really is. He brings it out once a year. And oh boy, is it good. It really is. You know,
He's like Santa, isn't he?
If he ever wanted to go from chilies to cheese, you know, and start the cheese project.
I'd be happy with him having the cheese. Why don't they just be the chili and cheese project?
Yeah. Have cheese and chili festivals, don't we?
No, Rick and Laura are like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, aren't they, bringing us
They are, yeah.
Merry Cheesemas.
Merry Cheesemas. So, this time of year, cheese boards, they're a thing.
It should be a thing all the time, in my opinion.
So, yeah, we thought we would go into this with 2 ways of tasting. So we have the spoon. If you watched yesterday's video, you know this. We have the spoon. We will be using that spoon to transfer it onto our Chase the Heat hot sauce tasting spoons. Available at johnnyscoville.com, link in the description. I don't get paid for this, you know. I'm only plugging it because I actually think that this is really good.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
It actually really has made a difference. Because everything has lost that metallic taste.
I sound like some sort of corporate shill pushing all these things.
You do. But you're right.
Yeah.
It does. You don't realise, especially when you've got products that have vinegars in them,
Oh, yeah.
how that can bring out metallic
It
taste
reacts
with
with
the
the
metal.
spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So in here we have apple sugar, red wine vinegar, contains sulfites. We have sultanas and spices. So
Nice fruity one again. And
Yep.
there is something about apples and cheese, isn't there, that just works so well.
So we have nice little picture on the front there. it's
I know what's coming. And I hate you for it.
it's beautiful. Look at that. Looks packed full of spice and stuff. Now I'm not expecting Christmas spices in here, but I am expecting something, you know, maybe a bit cinnamony.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I think with apples and stuff that goes quite well, doesn't it?
So I'm quite intrigued. Flavourandfire.co.uk is where you will find this. Again, link in the description. This is...
Oh, look at that colour.
This is the product, just there. Oh my. Oh my, oh my.
Oh, that's almost mincemeat smelling, isn't it?
Apple pie is the first thing that went to my head, was like apple pie. Oh.
Can you imagine that? And like you know, you get like the apple turnovers. Where you've got like the puff pastry that's got like the big sugar crystals and stuff like that on it, and a big dollop of that.
So
Smack
we'll
in
be
the middle.
tasting it off of the spoons. We're using this so we don't end up double dipping into the jar when we need to move to the next stage of tasting. Oh, that smells immense.
Oh wow, the spices can come out even more, don't they? I'm really starting to get the red wine vinegar now. But you just get the apples and that spice and a little bit of...
Cheese.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh wow.
That is like a spoonful of a really rich apple pie. Nice tartness that's going to come from the is it Bramley apples, I would imagine?
It just says
What are we
apples,
using there?
but yeah, it could be brownies.
But you've got that, you've got the tartness from that, you've got sort of natural sweetness coming through, and then you've got those sultanas. And they're all whole sultanas in there as well, that you just sort of bite into that, and it's like that burst of
flavour.
sweetness as well. Then the spice, and then I'm just getting kind of the onion and the vinegar flavour just coming through, that gives it that little bit of a savoury edge to it, just on the end.
Onion, apple, sugar, red wine vinegar, sulfites, sultanas, and spices. No,
Really, there is
no onion in there.
I'm almost getting a little bit of a...
It could be if they're Bramley apples, as they've cooked, you get that kind of tartness from the apple, but also, you know, it releases pectin as well.
Could be that.
As it cooks. The sugars in there, although Bramley apples aren't as sweet, they definitely have sugar in there. It's got sugar in the ingredients as well. So it could have been caramelising the apple very slightly.
Maybe.
And being an apple that isn't particularly sweet to start with, you know, the caramelisation on there is a bit like an onion. They're not sweet,
True.
but you
Until
you cook them,
Yeah.
and they get sweet.
I don't know, it could be the red wine vinegar and that behind it that's giving me... But it's there's a savoury note that's coming through in there for me.
So, moving on to the second stage, we will be trying this on a piece of cheese, as you would do on a cheese board. Our cheese of choice, of course. Chili Project. Extra mature whiskey oat smoked cheddar.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Oh, that works because you've got the creaminess and the savouriness of the cheese. Real sweetness that's coming through from the chutney. And the spices, it brings the spices down a little bit from being quite at the forefront.
Yeah.
But it actually balances
really well.
Well with the smokiness that, again, you know, you've got a flavour that isn't overpowering another flavour. And just go with me on this, you might get where I'm coming from. I almost got like an orange burst with the mixture of, I don't know, there's the smokiness from the cheese.
Yeah.
But it was almost like suddenly, you know, when you sort of bite into, or you get that, like the zest from the orange, and you pop it and you get the oils. It was a real, almost orangey flavour I suddenly got there, which I was like, I know there's no orange in it, but it just added another layer.
Oh wow.
That was surprising and good.
That's I'm trying to think what other kind of chutneys I've had. Maybe like a plum and apple kind of thing, where it's not overly Christmassy in taste, but you've got that fruitiness there.
Fruit and
with
cheese
some,
as well.
Yeah, with some spicing going on in the background. The vinegar, he's chosen carefully with this, because had he not gone for a red wine vinegar, if he'd have gone for white wine, for instance, or cider vinegar, I think the flavour would have been wrong.
Yeah, and I'm wondering whether, because in the red onion marmalade, the red wine vinegar that he uses in that is excellent. So, you know, I'd be interested to know if it's the same.
Well, I know from speaking with Sean that everything he uses possibly
Is local.
you know, everything possible that he uses is local. So the vinegars and stuff are made down the road from where he lives.
Yeah.
Everything is local that he can get hold of. Obviously, some stuff, you do end up buying from the shop. But even the salts and stuff he uses, it's all local stuff. So, wow. Unfortunately, when I've got round to reviewing this, it's not on his website anymore.
Please bear it in mind though, because when it pops up, it doesn't matter what time of year, it is well worth getting hold of some. And Sean, if you're thinking about not making it anymore, change that thought.
As I was saying, unfortunately it's not in his website anymore. However, there are plenty of things that are. Definitely, if you haven't had anything from Henry's, definitely a producer you need to check out. There's a lot of love and a lot of flavour in his products. I do have some of these Caribbean chutney, and it was a toss-up between this and the Caribbean chutney, and I sort of went, let's do this one because it's kind of orchardy and time of the year, and then I checked and it's not there. So could be a seasonal product. If it is, keep your eye out for it coming up next year. Definitely one for the cheese board. So pick it up in the autumn and keep it in your cupboard till winter. Flavourandfire.co.uk, link in the description. Wow.
That was good.
I'm impressed. So, I think that's enough from us for now. Thank you ever so much for watching.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Take care.
And we'll see you in the next one.